it's Amor and I'm back with another video. As y'all can tell by the title, this is going to be a beginner friendly makeup tutorial. Really everything you need to start doing your makeup. I'm going to give you guys all the little gems, all the products that you need. Stay tuned, keep watching. Wait, let me get my hair out the way. The first thing we're going to work on is these eyebrows. This is e.l.f.'s laminating gel. All this does basically is just keep your eyebrows staying on one spot. I just started using this and it does make a big difference of like doing my eyebrows. I already have a little bit on so I don't have to do too much. If you don't use gel on your eyebrows, I highly recommend it. When I'm doing my makeup, I usually put some lip gloss on or some lip balm just because my lips be dry. The Vanilla Bean lip balm from Burt's Bees. Since the weather's been changing, my lips have been so dry. The first thing I work on is putting on my primer. This is the Power Grip primer from e.l.f. So of course, before I put on makeup, I do my skincare and I make sure I moisturize my skin. But it's very beneficial if you use primer. Primer keeps your skin hydrated and it also gives you that smooth base and it keeps your makeup in place. For my eyebrows, I use the Kisses Align and Fill brow pencil. So to make sure that your eyebrows look as natural as possible, I say just be very light-handed and also don't use such a dark color. Like my hair is black, as y'all can see, but I make sure that I'm not like too harsh so that way my eyebrows don't look like they were done with a Sharpie. When filling my eyebrows in, I start where the arch is at and then I will do the front. Again, you don't want to be too heavy-handed. And starting off with your makeup, I do recommend using a pencil. I know some people use pomade. I haven't tried pomade. I do want to try it. I feel like a pencil just gives you more of a natural look. It's not too harsh, not too bold. One day I'm gonna try pomade, you know, give you that 2016 eyebrow look. The concealer I'm using is also by e.l.f. the Hydrating Camo Concealer. I'm gonna mix it with my foundation. I don't want it too light. Some people do their eyebrows last. I genuinely like to do my eyebrows first. They come out more cleaner that way. So now that we're cleaning up the eyebrow, I want to tell you guys what type of tool I used. I use a flat brush. I don't know why, but I feel like I can control it more. So I just love using a flat brush. And again, you're going to start where the arch is at and then you're going to work your way to the front. The reason why I do it in this order is because most of the time when you pick up the concealer with your brush, it's going to have the most concealer on it. So I just go where the arch is at because that's where most of the cleaning needs to be done. And then you want to make sure that the front looks as natural as possible. We don't want too much of a line. In a moment, you'll see me blending the front with the brush. This is going to keep it from looking so harsh and not natural. You can see I'm just going in, blending it in. Another thing you want to invest in is a color corrector. This is just for your dark spots. If you follow me on TikTok, you know that I suffer with dark spots. I started going down, but I do have hyperpigmentation in some areas. And with this, over the dark spots, when I apply my foundation, everything looks like one color, one base, and it's pretty. My hyperpigmentation used to be so much worse than this, but it's actually gotten better. If you didn't know that I suffered with it, follow me on TikTok because I'm kind of doing like a little journey on there. There's definitely have been so much progress. So I'm going to blend my concealer first. And I kind of just blend around where I put it. Like I don't go too crazy with blending it in. You still want a good coverage over the dark spot. You can see a big difference after putting on the color corrector. So if you suffer with hyperpigmentation, I definitely recommend you giving this a try. It will make the foundation look so good, you guys. You won't have to worry about your dark spots seeping through your foundation. Now that it's blended, I'm going to do my eyeshadow. You can find this at Walmart. We're just going to use like an orange color, not this one right here. Starting off doing your makeup, I do recommend getting a palette that comes with eyeshadow, blush, and a highlighter. It will say it at the back of the palette if it does come with one. I feel like it's more convenient and you will save more money. This is the foundation I'm using today. This is Maybelline Super Stay Skin Tint. As you can see, I'm using a beauty blender. I never really actually use one for my foundation. I usually use a foundation brush, but just because of this video, I wanted to show you guys it is a lot easier using a foundation brush when you're starting off. If you really like your makeup lightweight, I do recommend a skin tint because it's very, very light and you'll still get like a good amount of coverage. This is the concealer I'm using. Again, I'm going to mix it with the foundation because I don't want nothing too light. This is a very, very light concealer. Usually when you do your makeup, you want to have a concealer that's either a shade or too lighter than your foundation. This is what all they had in the stores at the time, so I just grabbed it. This is the placement I like to use for my concealer, and it might be different for you. It really just depends on your face shape, so definitely look up your face shape and see what works best for you, because not everything works for everybody, and I don't know everybody's shape. So yeah. This is how I place mine, and I'm putting foundation in between because, like I said, my concealer is so light, and I don't need a light concealer. I like to blend in my under eye last because concealer likes to move. So that's what I do. I do everything first and then I'll go do my under eye very last. And again, you can use a beauty blender for this, but I'm using my makeup brush because it is a lot easier for me to use. If you would ask me, I say use a brush, but starting off, definitely use the beauty blender. I'm gonna let the concealer under my eyes still sit. This is e.l.f.'s Halo Glow Beauty Wand Contour. This could have been a little bit darker too, but this was the darkest that they had in the store. And just like the concealer, everybody has different placements, so look up placements that work best for you. I feel like it's too cool. This color is very cool. I need something a little bit warmer, but it's alright. I can just apply this. I'm gonna use another product to warm up my face. Now that it's time to blend in the concealer under my eyes, I start from the inner corners and then go out. With the foundation, since I have foundation in between, I do work that in between, as you can see. It's kind of hard to explain because I start from my inner corners, but then like I come out, like I drag it out, but I drag it back in. It's very like, I don't know how to explain it, y'all. I'm sorry, but this is how I do it. I use the beauty blender to blend in my contour, and to be honest, I feel like I get better results when I use my contour brush. I'm not gonna lie, maybe I should do a video, you know, of like how to blend in using a brush. I just love blending in with a brush. I don't know, it's something about the beauty blender. I just can't rock with it for real. But I'm going to give you a tip because y'all might be using beauty blenders. Y'all might like the beauty blender better. But when you do it, make sure you're not smearing. And this even goes with a brush. Like you have to tap, like dab. Do not smear the makeup. You smear it, it's gonna look a hot mess. Do not smear no makeup on your face. You have to tap it, dap it, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to use it to warm up my skin. Like I said, that contour is very cool. It's like on a cooler side and I'm more of a warm tone. This is actually from Merit Beauty. It's not a drugstore product, but find something that's very warm. When you're using blushes, or if you buy a blush and you're not too sure if it's gonna look good on you, always use it on your hand. You don't want anything that makes it look ashy. Like you don't want nothing that looks dull and ashy on your skin. So I usually stay with like the oranges and like a little bit of reds, a little bit of pink. But because I'm a brown skin girl, when I do pink blushes, I make sure that it's kind of darker, not too light. What I usually do is go in with my powder, but before we do that, we're gonna apply some mascara. This is e.l.f.'s mascara, the Lash and Roll. I think I'm gonna do a little eyeliner, so let's do the eyeliner first. I forgot to say this, but make sure you always have a liquid eyeliner and then a pencil eyeliner, because one day you just never know what you're feeling. I usually do this before I even do concealer or anything, but I totally forgot. I usually use the liquid eyeliner to do like my wings, and then I'll use the pencil eyeliner to do my waterline. As you can see, I'm using the pencil eyeliner for my waterline, so definitely invest into both of them. And if you get a pencil eyeliner, make sure you have a sharpener as well. It gets dull sometimes. You're gonna need a sharpener. It's a pencil. And since I didn't do my eyeliner before I did my concealer, I'm touching up my concealer again because I was putting my fingers all over it and I don't want it to look a hot mess. For the girls that love putting on mascara, let me give y'all a tip. I found this on TikTok. Use the lash curler upside down to straighten out your lashes, and then do it the regular way to curl up your lashes. I swear the results are like 10 times better if you do it the normal way. I didn't really take my time in this part, so it's not as good as it usually is, but just trust me, it works. Like my lashes be looking so long. And for the girlies that don't like mascara, you can invest into lash clusters, or you can go get your lashes done individually, or you could just get the strip lashes as well. I sometimes do clusters, and then sometimes I will do the strip lashes. I'm going to apply a little bit more blush, but I'm going to go in with a lighter color because we already applied some to like warm up my skin, but I want to go in with like an orange. This one is not a drugstore palette. This is Anastasia, but if you can find something like this color, the orangish color, will work. Don't get me wrong, I love putting on blush. That's like one of my favorite parts, but make sure you know that less is more. You don't want to put too much blush on. Trust and believe me, I've done it before and I look like a clown. Now we're going to do the powder. I'm going to use two. This one is the Wet n Wild loose powder, translucent powder. This is definitely a drugstore one. This one isn't. This one is Laura Mercier. I've been using this since day one. This is the translucent honey. I'm gonna use this on the side, but on the side of my cheeks. But I'm gonna use this one under my eyes because this is actually really, really good. It's good under the eyes. I don't like how it looks on the side of my cheek. This is the Wet n Wild translucent powder. When it comes to translucent powder, you have to play around and see what you like. Because some people, they cake on their powder. And then there's people like me where I just brush it on a little bit. I don't like too much powder. So definitely just experiment and see what you like. I don't really like my makeup looking white. And then I also don't like dealing with flashbacks and stuff like that when you're taking pictures. So I do it really, really light. And then if I gotta go out somewhere, like, you know, overnight or whatever, I just make sure I bring my brush and my translucent powder so I can just do little quick touch-ups throughout the night. I used the other one for the side of my cheek. And I'm gonna do it very light. Oh my god, and I did exactly what I tried to avoid. I made I guess a white cast, whatever you want to call it, on the side of my cheek. On this side I did pretty good, but on the other side, my goodness, I put way too much. But yeah, after applying it and letting it sit, I just kind of brush it off very lightly, light hand. I'm gonna go back in with this for my under eyes. Put that on my brow bone. What I'm applying now is a highlighter. I go very, very light with highlight. I don't like anything too dramatic unless I'm doing like a dramatic look. So I use a brush. I don't know what other tool you will use. I would hope you just use a light little brush. Mind you, when you're putting on highlighter, you want to start off, you know, very light and then, you know, layer it up if you need to. Okay, you could just do lip balm on your lips or lip gloss. Then we're going to finish off with our setting spray. This one is the Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray from e.l.f. I'm going to shake this one up. Okay, we're all done. This is what it looks like. Very simple, clean, still look. I hope you guys like this video. If y'all want more videos like this, let me know in the comments sections down below. Hopefully this helped y'all out. I love you guys. Make sure you guys LCS, peace, and God bless. Oh, yeah, I can